Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that the standard critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. Alright, I'm looking for suggestions for reviews. Because I've gone through everything that I needed to this point. And I want to ring in the new year by doing stuff that you people are familiar with. Because when I try to do stuff that's like, holy crap, this sucks, it's mainly stuff that you don't want to do. So I'm throwing this floor open to anyone with suggestions. No matters. Just because you fucking reviewed it doesn't mean I'm gonna. No matters. Alright, fine. We'll do role models. Alright, for those who don't know, Sean William Scott and what's his nuts who played Ant-Man, I can't even remember his name, who was also in Anchorman, paired up to do a 2008 comedy. Wasn't the only 2008 comedy that year, but it was a comedy nonetheless. They attempted to be grown-ups to the kids that they took care of through this program that had other interesting characters in there. How would they survive through all this with their otherwise coasting through life live? Well, let's find out, as they are role models. Question mark? Credit for the movie goes to Universal, and no, this is not for monetary purposes, this is strictly for review. And Relativity Media. You see this and you're thinking this is going to be an Anchorman movie, because it's the same font as Anchorman, but it's not. It's another movie that amazingly has some certain musician in the background. Oh yeah, Paul Rudd, that guy. There's Sean William Scott. Well, he sums up the movie in a nutshell. They did mention he's coasting through life. What better example than having your latest date coast you to work? And oh, by the way, he's in a t-shirt while Paul Rudd's in a business suit. You can see this is kind of an odd couple twist. Who coasts their way to work with no business crap on? Felix the Nut, that's who. And there's the name of the movie, Role Models. Previously summed up in a nutshell by Willie B. a Hobo. And yes, their life that they coast through involves promoting an energy drink called the Minotaur. Now you see why he's not wearing a business suit. He's wearing the fucking mascot because he is the mascot. Of course, nothing wrong with being a Minotaur as a mascot. I, for one, will ride the Minotaur to seek the Holy Grail. And oh, by the way, you can't have an energy drink without driving it in a monster truck. Why they drink the product, I have no idea. Oh, by the way, Ken Jeong's also in this movie. You might remember him through many other stuff. And Elizabeth Banks.
As long as you stay away from drugs. Why would a person use illegal drugs? Many reasons.
I love how Paul Rudd puts his effort into it. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just there just to do it and get it knocked out and proceed accordingly.
No thanks. I'll have a Minotaur.
Even though he doesn't really like it. They have this party. Oh good, someone's favorite song is being played. Because I know some people like Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Brainless job. No goals, no ambition.
Hey, you don't know how a wheelman feels. For all you know, he hates his job as much as you do.
This is his girlfriend, played by Elizabeth Banks. This is Sean William Scott. Just hopping around with random chicks. Because that's how he coasts through his life.
I'm gonna get a tall chai.
A large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti?
No, I mean a large.
Okay, Paul Rudd is an absolute douche. Either he doesn't know what this is, or he's just saying it just to be a douche. But, yeah, he doesn't get the coffee terms, quite frankly. We should, like, send him on a direct flight to Seattle, because they live and breathe coffee. I'm sure they'll take him quite well.
Means a venti, yeah.
Eventually.
Rocket. Fuck it. Because life is horrible. You know, I'm may not be so happy.
Paul Rudd pretty much drops the bomb and says, life is not so great. Life is a load of hell. And the Minotaur's tried to stop him kind of by patting him on the shoulder in a interestingly awkward way. Yeah, at least he's being honest about his life, but come on, these are high school kids. They've got the whole world to carry. Well, unless you're this generation, then your future is in a bit of doubt because of his earned president. But we're not going there! As they try to escape the wraths of a towing the truck, they,
Reckless endangerment, destruction of school property, obstructing a police officer, attempted grand theft auto, disturbing the peace, parking in a no parking zone.
Did I ever tell you you're a dick? Yeah, earlier.
well, she pretty much summed it up in a nutshell.
Yeah, I figured they were probably...
She also happens to be his, attorney or lawyer. One call, that's all! Even when they're broken up. Hi, I know we're broken up, but you're my lawyer too, so can you, like, help me? I'm a lawyer. We're through. One call, that's all.
But I worked my magic on the judge, and instead, over the next 30 days, you have to log 150 hours of community service.
Community service?
Hey, that's not a bad punishment, because community service will teach you good. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what Paul Rudd needs, because he is an absolute douche. Well, not in real life, it's just his character is a douche. So, yeah. And Sean Williams summed it up in a nutshell. He is a dick. The character, not Paul Rudd himself.
Hey. Takes a village. Hillary Clinton. I'm sort of into politics.
Good lord, this guy has a serious, serious problem. He's like obsessed with... He's like the Quagmire of this movie.
Time of the program? Oh God, really?
Hey look, it's Rick Neuheisel's wannabe. If Rick Neuheisel ever were to join a community service like this. This is Paul Rudd's kid that he is supposed to take care of. As you can see, his name is right there. As you can also see, he's got to work out some social issues. For starters, there's the cape. There's this thing that they do that is kind of World of Warcraft-like.
Now I must fight. Your kid's name is Augie Farks. You're older
Chain lynch, everybody!
than most of the kids.
I will give him credit. That is one badass sword he was able to make. And I love the speakers, but again, awkward! I didn't expect anybody up here in the room. I thought this would be a perfect place to pretend to be a knight of the round table.
This is Danny. He wants to be your new friend. So I'm going to let you guys get to know each other and I'll fade into the mist.
I love how she actually fades into the mist by backing up, beep, beep, beep. I'm on a roll right now. Don't you are, mama! For those who are wondering who Sean William Scott got paired up with, well...
What school are you, Augie?
Oh no, I'm really good friends with the school nurse. She's a divorce advocate.
So, Augie, it's a pretty interesting cape.
Are you like a superhero or something?
That would be him.
I wish.
He's a little tykester with a bunch of energy. Perfect for this guy.
It's this fantasy world where anything is possible. 1 minute you could be sparring with an elf, and the next you could be battling against a troll who wants nothing more than just to steal your gold and leave you penniless.
I wish I could live in this fantasy world and not in this reality world that I'm in with some president who's a nutjob that's a crybaby when he doesn't want his fucking wall. But I'm not even going there. Too much. Though I do feel bad for those who are suffering at the wrath of this. But that's all I'm saying.
No, there's...
Eventually, they do start to bond a little bit.
They're probably fucking right now. They're old dudes. They put makeup on and it's all good. No shit. You pull the trigger of mine.
Check out this t-shirt.
See, Ronnie, his dick is the gun.
I love how he also has to explain the song, which is amazing because he's able to explain Kiss. Because That means he is obsessed with music. And he's obsessed with good music too. Eventually this leads to a campfire get-together.
I'm not here by choice either, by the way.
No?
My guidance counselor signed me up.
Really?
Yeah. Said anyone who wears a cape and has a sword.
I love how these two are starting to bond together. They were both forced by their will to be here. Him, because he's a douchebag and a car-wrecking wannabe. The other, because nobody wants him to be a knight. Because his parents are also douchebags. You'll see what happens when the connection starts to unfold. But for right now... Oh my fucking god, you have gotta be kidding. Yeah, because that's my initial reaction when I'm a 10-year-old and I'm looking for my friend, and oh, by the way, I happen to be still upon the girls that he slept with overnight. I can't even say that with a straight face. Well, you could probably figure out what that leads to. More hanging out together and further bonding each other until they manage to break the bondage of friendship. To the means of this, King John the King.
Game over. You both are disqualified from Lair. Forever.
I'm sorry, how... I get Mr. Douchebag being disqualified, mainly because he wasn't even in this gig in the first place. But Argy? What did he do?
What? Are you kidding me?
Meanwhile...
I signed my hour sheet now.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what I thought.
He meets his parents. His parents are also douches, and thus Paul Rudd finally gets it! And he tells Argy, you know what? Screw your parents. You can do whatever you want.
We're not psyched that you're our kid. We're psyched. I'm so psyched, I can't stand it.
Your mom's psyched that you're her kid.
May I please be excused, Mom?
Of course, after that little argument, they realize they are short of their hours and they need to do something miraculous.
Sorry.
Meanwhile...
You are an SHITTY friend.
He can spell.
I love how they're having an argument and there just happens to be a random mom and kid in the elevator, which of course leads to... Yeah, this is gonna scar the family for life.
Here you go, Daddy. I got no friends.
Great. No friends. Now you're screwed. Or not, because they somehow find a way to patch all this up by,
The kid acts so tough, I didn't know I could hurt him. You know, I'm determined to make it up to him.
First he patches it up with the mom, which is the right thing to do. And then eventually they all get together and form their own clan in this
Hear he.
lair.
This is a battle to the last man standing.
Why is lair spelled with an E? Oh, by the way, that's his crush.
Magical rejuvenation powder today. Instead, if you are killed, you are done. Fight well, and may the best country win.
I'm sorry. I don't see the United States on there. I do see Kiss, though.
I will.
We get it. Go, go, go. By the way, I love the fucking costumes. Paying tribute to one of the great rock bands of all time. Meanwhile...
I cannot stall any longer.
Maybe this is what promoted the idea for that Geico commercial. Which, by the way, you can vote for online for the best of Geico commercials. You know, the guy that's in a super secret agent fight, and all of a sudden he gets a phone call from his mom. Well, it's not really his mom, but...
I can't talk right now.
One call! That's all! I do like that it proves that he's a great multitasker. So, eventually, after this long, and I mean long, battle, it all comes down to redemption time between Argy and Ken, the king of douchebags. He's gotta beat. He's going. He's going. He's going. Look at that sword fighting! Oh no! Well, I guess the king's gonna live to tell the tale. Or will he? Oh, you know how this is gonna end. Oh, yeah. This is so anticlimactic. Come on. Everyone knows when you try to go for that, you're vulnerable to the heart. So the king goes down, literally loses his crown as he falls, and yay, everyone's happy. Long live the King of Kiss. Everyone's happy, everyone's cheering. Huzzah! Happy ending. And Arnie finally gets to live to tell the tale. I dethrone the king! I am the ruler of the land! Wait, what's going on here? Wait a minute. Talk about a twist! His crush was hiding the whole time and dethrones the king! He was king for 5 seconds! Long live the princess! But they still get to hang out and talk to each other, and it's kind of awkward. But at least they're talking, so it's a step in the right direction. And everybody lives happily ever after, including Paul Rudd, who finds true love in the form of not being a douchebag because he sings a song.
Yes, I am so lonely. Shouldn't hate that.
But we don't need that. And then they snuggle. Like, really snuggle. Snooky. Hugs and kisses galore. And thus ends the movie. With one more look of kiss. I mean the characters of the movie. So that is Role Models. I think it's a decent movie. It's a good comedy. It's not great, but it's worth your investment because Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd are a magnificent combination in this movie. And you get Jane Lynch, you get Elizabeth Banks, so I'd say it's worth your time. So if you have a chance, definitely check out Role Models. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two from these two. I'm the CommanderZander. I remembered something that sounds great, and I'm not doing. Neither should you.